Imagine a power so incredible, it could change your entire life, a force so strong it could make your wildest dreams come true. Now what if I told you that this power is already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? That's right, you have an amazing ability hidden deep within, and it's time to set it free. This inner power can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. It can bring you happiness, success, and a sense of purpose that you've always longed for. But here's the catch. Most people don't know how to tap into this incredible source of strength. They go through life feeling stuck, frustrated, and unfulfilled, never realizing that the key to everything they want is right there inside them. But today that all changes. Today we're going to unlock the miraculous and learn how to harness your inner power. This isn't about magic tricks or quick fixes. It's about discovering the true potential that lies within you and learning how to use it to create the life you've always dreamed of. Are you ready to embark on this life-changing journey? Are you ready to unlock the miraculous power within you? Let's dive in and discover how to tap into this incredible force that's been waiting for you all along. You might be wondering, what exactly is this inner power you're talking about? Well, let me break it down for you in simple terms. Inner power is the strength, wisdom, and energy that exists within each and every one of us. It's like a wellspring of potential that's always there, bubbling just beneath the surface. Think of it as a muscle you haven't fully exercised yet. Just like how your physical muscles can grow stronger with training, your inner power can be developed and strengthened over time. Imagine you have a superhero living inside you. This superhero has all the answers, all the strength, and all the courage you need to face any challenge. That's your inner power. It's the voice that tells you to keep going when things get tough. It's the spark of creativity that helps you solve problems in unique ways. It's the confidence that allows you to stand tall in the face of adversity. But here's the thing, this inner power isn't some mystical, out-of-reach concept. It's very real and very practical. It's the reason why some people seem to breeze through life's challenges while others struggle. It's why certain individuals always seem to land on their feet, no matter what life throws at them. And the best part? Everyone has it. Yes, you read that right. Everyone, including you, has this incredible inner power. The only difference is that some people have learned how to tap into it, while others haven't discovered it yet. Think of your inner power like a treasure chest buried deep within you. Some people have found the map and dug up their treasure, while others don't even know it exists. But once you know it's there, and once you learn how to access it, your life will never be the same. You'll find yourself tackling challenges with ease, making decisions with confidence, and moving through life with a sense of purpose and direction that you've never experienced before. So, are you ready to uncover your hidden treasure? Are you ready to meet the superhero inside you? Because once you tap into your inner power, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Now that we know what inner power is, let's talk about why it's so important. Why should you care about unlocking this force within you? Well, the answer is simple, because it can completely transform your life in ways you've never imagined. First and foremost, tapping into your inner power can help you overcome obstacles with ease. We all face challenges in life, whether it's in our relationships, our careers, or our personal growth. But when you're connected to your inner power, these obstacles stop looking like insurmountable walls and start looking like stepping stones. You'll find yourself approaching problems with a new perspective, seeing solutions where others see dead ends. Secondly, harnessing your inner power can skyrocket your confidence. Think about it. When you know you have an unlimited source of strength within you, what is there to be afraid of? You'll start taking on new challenges, speaking up for yourself, and pursuing your dreams without fear holding you back. This newfound confidence will radiate from you, affecting every aspect of your life, from your personal relationships to your professional endeavors. But it doesn't stop there. Unlocking your inner power can also lead to improved relationships. When you're in touch with your inner strength, you become more authentic, more compassionate, and more understanding. You'll find yourself connecting with others on a deeper level, forming stronger bonds, and resolving conflicts more easily. And let's not forget about personal growth. Tapping into your inner power is like stepping on the accelerator of your personal development journey. You'll find yourself learning faster, adapting more quickly, and growing in ways you never thought possible. It's like unlocking a hidden level in the game of life. Suddenly, you have access to new skills, new insights, and new ways of being that were always there, just waiting to be discovered. Perhaps most importantly, harnessing your inner power is the key to finding true fulfillment and purpose in life. When you're connected to this inner source of strength and wisdom, you'll gain clarity about what truly matters to you. You'll start making decisions that align with your values and your authentic self. Instead of feeling lost or stuck, you'll move through life with a sense of direction and purpose. Imagine waking up every morning feeling excited about the day ahead. Imagine facing challenges with a smile, knowing that you have the strength to overcome them. Imagine living a life that feels true to who you are, pursuing goals that light you up inside. That's the power of tapping into your inner strength. And here's the best part. This isn't just for a select few. It's not reserved for the lucky or the naturally gifted. This incredible power is available to everyone, including you. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or where you are in life right now. Your inner power is always there, waiting for you to unlock it. So why does inner power matter? Because it's the key to living your best life. It's the difference between merely existing and truly thriving. It's what allows you to become the best version of yourself and to create the life you've always dreamed of. And in a world that can often feel chaotic and overwhelming, your inner power is your anchor, your guide, and your source of strength. Are you starting to see why this matters so much? Are you beginning to feel excited about the possibilities that lie ahead? Good, because we're just getting started. In the next sections, we're going to dive deeper into how you can unlock this miraculous power within you. We'll explore the common obstacles that might be holding you back, and I'll share with you practical steps you can take to start tapping into your inner strength today. Remember, this journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you truly are. It's about peeling back the layers of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs to reveal the incredible, powerful person you've always been underneath. So get ready, because we're about to embark on an amazing journey of self-discovery and empowerment. The miraculous is within your reach. Are you ready to grab it? Now that we understand what inner power is and why it's so important, you might be wondering, if it's so great, why isn't everyone using it? Well, that's a great question. The truth is, there are several common obstacles that can prevent us from tapping into our inner strength. Let's talk about these roadblocks and why they hold us back. The first major obstacle is fear. Fear is like a thick fog that clouds our vision and makes us doubt ourselves. It whispers in our ear, telling us we're not good enough, smart enough, or strong enough to achieve our dreams. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what others might think. These fears can paralyze us and keep us from even trying to access our inner power. But here's the thing about fear. It's often based on imagination rather than reality. It's our mind creating worst-case scenarios that rarely come true. Another common obstacle is negative self-talk. This is that little voice in your head that's always criticizing you, always pointing out your flaws and mistakes. It's the voice that says, "You can't do this," or "You'll never succeed." This negative self-talk can be so constant and so convincing that we start to believe it. We start to think that maybe we don't have any inner power at all. But that's not true. The negative voice is just a habit, a pattern of thinking that we've developed over time, and like any habit, it can be changed. The third major obstacle is limiting beliefs. These are deep-seated ideas we have about ourselves and the world that limit what we think is possible. Maybe you believe that success is only for certain types of people, or that you're not creative, or that you're too old to change. These limiting beliefs act like invisible chains, holding us back from reaching our full potential. The tricky thing about limiting beliefs is that we often don't even realize we have them. They feel like facts to us, but they're really just opinions that we've accepted as truth. Now you might be feeling a bit discouraged hearing about all these obstacles, but don't worry. Recognizing these barriers is actually the first step towards overcoming them. Once you can see the things that are holding you back, you can start to challenge them and push past them. Remember, these obstacles aren't unique to you. Everyone faces them to some degree. Even the most successful and confident people you know have had to deal with fear, negative self-talk, and limiting beliefs. The difference is that they've learned to recognize these obstacles for what they are, just temporary roadblocks on the path to unlocking their inner power. In the coming sections, we're going to explore practical ways to overcome these obstacles. We'll learn techniques to quiet the voice of fear, to change negative self-talk into positive affirmations, and to challenge and replace limiting beliefs. Because here's the exciting truth. These obstacles may seem big and intimidating, but your inner power is so much stronger. Once you learn how to tap into it, you'll find that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle in your path. So don't let these common roadblocks discourage you. Instead, see them as opportunities for growth. Each time you face one of these obstacles and push past it, you're growing stronger. You're flexing your inner power muscles, and with each small victory, you'll find it easier and easier to access that incredible strength within you. Are you ready to start breaking down these barriers? Are you excited to see what lies on the other side of these obstacles? Good, because that's exactly what we're going to do next. Let's move on to the practical steps you can take to start unlocking your inner power today. Now that we've identified the common obstacles, let's dive into the first crucial step to unlocking your inner power. Mindful awareness. This might sound a bit mysterious, but I promise it's simpler than you think. Mindful awareness is really just about paying attention to yourself, your thoughts, and the world around you. Think of it like this. Your inner power is always there, like a radio station that's constantly broadcasting. But if you're not tuned in, you'll miss the signal. Mindful awareness is how you tune into that station. It's about becoming more conscious of what's going on inside you and around you. So how do we practice mindful awareness? It starts with taking a pause. In our busy lives, we're often running on autopilot, rushing from one task to the next, without really thinking about what we're doing or why. Mindful awareness asks us to slow down and pay attention. It's about being present in the moment, rather than constantly worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. One simple way to start practicing mindful awareness is through breathing exercises. Try this. Right now, take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then slowly breathe out through your mouth. As you do this, pay attention to how it feels. Notice the air moving in and out of your body. Feel your chest rise and fall. This simple act of focusing on your breath can help bring you into the present moment and make you more aware of your body and your surroundings. Another aspect of mindful awareness is paying attention to your thoughts and feelings. Throughout the day, try to catch yourself when you're having negative thoughts or feeling strong emotions. Don't judge these thoughts or try to push them away, just notice them. Oh, I'm feeling anxious right now, or I'm having a thought that I'm not good enough. By simply observing your thoughts and feelings, you create a little bit of space between you and them. This space allows you to see that you are not your thoughts or your feelings, you're the one observing them. Mindful awareness also extends to the world around you. Try to notice the little things in your environment that you usually overlook. The feeling of the sun on your skin, the sound of birds chirping, the taste of your morning coffee. By tuning into these sensations, you're practicing being present and aware. Now you might be wondering, how does this help me unlock my inner power? Well, mindful awareness is like clearing the pathway to your inner strength. When you're more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, you're better able to recognize when you're falling into negative patterns or letting obstacles hold you back. You'll start to notice when fear is creeping in, or when that negative self-talk is getting loud. And once you can see these things clearly, you can start to change them. Moreover, mindful awareness helps you tap into your intuition, that gut feeling that often knows what's best for you. Your intuition is a powerful part of your inner strength, but it's easy to miss when you're not paying attention. By practicing mindful awareness, you're tuning into that inner voice of wisdom. Here's a simple exercise you can try to build your mindful awareness. Set aside 5 minutes each day for a mindfulness break. During this time, sit quietly and focus on your breath. When thoughts come up, and they will, don't worry. Just notice them and gently bring your attention back to your breath. It might feel challenging at first, but with practice, it will become easier. Remember, unlocking your inner power isn't about forcing anything. It's about becoming more aware of the strength that's already there within you. Mindful awareness is the first step in this process. It's like turning on the light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see what's been there all along. As you practice mindful awareness, you might start to notice some changes. You might feel calmer, more centered. You might find it easier to focus or to let go of stress. These are all signs that you're starting to tap into your inner power. Embrace these changes and keep practicing. The more you cultivate mindful awareness, the stronger your connection to your inner power will become. So, are you ready to start tuning into your inner broadcast? Are you excited to see what you might discover when you start paying closer attention to yourself and the world around you? Great, because this is just the beginning of your journey to unlocking the miraculous power within you. Keep practicing mindful awareness, and let's move on to the next step in harnessing your inner strength. Now that we've learned about mindful awareness, let's move on to the second crucial step in harnessing your inner power. Positive self-talk. This step is all about changing the way you speak to yourself in your mind. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You see, we all have an inner voice, a running commentary in our heads that narrates our lives. For many of us, this inner voice can be pretty negative. It might tell us we're not good enough, that we can't do something, or that we're going to fail. This negative self-talk can be a huge barrier to unlocking our inner power. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You might move forward, but you're fighting against yourself the whole way. Positive self-talk is about changing that inner narrative. It's about becoming your own biggest cheerleader instead of your harshest critic. When you start using positive self-talk, you're aligning your thoughts with your inner power, allowing it to flow more freely. So how do we do this? The first step is to become aware of your current self-talk. This is where the mindful awareness we practiced in step 1 comes in handy. Start paying attention to the things you say to yourself in your mind. You might be surprised at how negative or critical these thoughts can be. Once you're aware of your self-talk, the next step is to challenge negative thoughts when they come up. Let's say you make a mistake at work, and your inner voice says, "You're so stupid. You always mess things up." Stop and challenge that thought. Is it really true that you always mess things up? Probably not. You've likely done many things successfully. This thought is an exaggeration, not a fact. After challenging the negative thought, replace it with a more positive, realistic one. Instead of, "You're so stupid," try something like, "Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. This is a chance for me to learn and do better next time." This new thought is both more positive and more accurate. Now, changing your self-talk isn't about pretending everything is perfect all the time. It's about being fair and kind to yourself, just like you would be to a good friend. If your friend made a mistake, you wouldn't call them stupid. You'd probably encourage them and help them figure out how to do better next time. That's the kind of supportive voice we want to develop in our own minds. Here's a practical tip to make positive self-talk easier. Create some positive affirmations for yourself. These are short, positive statements that you can repeat to yourself regularly. They might feel a bit silly at first, but they can be incredibly powerful. Some examples might be, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. I am constantly growing and improving. I have unique talents and gifts to offer the world." Choose affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them to yourself daily, especially when you're facing challenges or feeling doubtful. Another helpful technique is to use I am statements. The words I am are incredibly powerful because they speak directly to your identity. Instead of saying, "I want to be confident," say, "I am confident." Instead of, "I hope to be successful," say, "I am successful." This might feel like you're getting ahead of yourself, but remember, you're speaking to your inner power. You're reminding yourself of who you truly are at your core. It's important to note that changing your self-talk takes time and practice. You've probably been talking to yourself in a certain way for years, maybe even decades. It's not going to change overnight. Be patient with yourself. Each time you catch a negative thought and replace it with a positive one, you're rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural pathways that will make positive self-talk easier and more natural over time. As you practice positive self-talk, you might start to notice some changes. You might feel more confident, more optimistic. You might find it easier to take on challenges or try new things. These are all signs that you're tapping into your inner power. Your positive self-talk is like fuel for your inner strength, helping it grow stronger and more accessible. Remember, your inner voice is incredibly powerful. It can be your biggest obstacle or your greatest ally in unlocking your inner power. By choosing to use positive self-talk, you're choosing to align yourself with your inner strength. You're choosing to be on your own side. So, are you ready to become your own biggest supporter? Are you excited to see how your life might change when you start speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement? Great, because this is a crucial step in harnessing your inner power. Keep practicing positive self-talk, and let's move on to the final step in our journey to unlock the miraculous power within you. Step 3 to amplify your power, taking inspired action. Now that we've explored mindful awareness and positive self-talk, it's time to dive into the third and final step to amplify your inner power, taking inspired action. This step is where the rubber meets the road, where we start to see the real-world impact of the inner work we've been doing. Taking inspired action means acting in alignment with your inner power. It's about moving forward with purpose, guided by your intuition and your deepest values. This isn't about forcing yourself to do things you think you should do. Instead, it's about listening to that quiet voice inside you that knows what's truly right for you. So how do we take inspired action? It starts with tuning in to your inner guidance. Remember the mindful awareness we practiced in step 1. Use that skill to listen to your intuition. What feels right to you? What excites you or lights you up inside? These feelings are often signposts pointing towards inspired action. Once you've identified what feels right, the next step is to take action, even if it's just a small step. Maybe you feel called to start a new hobby, or to reach out to an old friend, or to make a change in your career. Whatever it is, don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start. Take that first step, no matter how small it might seem. Taking inspired action often requires courage. It might mean stepping out of your comfort zone or doing something that feels a bit scary. This is where your positive self-talk comes in handy. Use those affirmations and encouraging words to boost your confidence and remind yourself of your inner strength. Remember, taking inspired action doesn't mean everything will always go smoothly. You might face challenges or setbacks along the way. But when you're acting in alignment with your inner power, you'll find that you have the resilience to overcome these obstacles. Each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, a chance to flex your inner power muscles. Here's a tip to make taking inspired action easier. Start small. You don't have to make huge, life-altering decisions right away. Look for small ways to act on your intuition in your daily life. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you usually stay quiet, or trying a new route on your daily walk. These small actions build your confidence and strengthen your connection to your inner power. Another important aspect of taking inspired action is letting go of the outcome. When we're too focused on achieving a specific result, we can get caught up in fear and doubt. Instead, focus on the action itself. Trust that by acting in alignment with your inner power, you're moving in the right direction, even if you can't see the entire path yet. As you practice taking inspired action, you might start to notice some changes in your life. You might find that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. You might feel a greater sense of flow and ease in your daily life. You might even start to see some of your dreams and goals becoming reality. These are all signs that you're successfully amplifying your inner power. Remember, taking inspired action is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing practice, a way of living your life in alignment with your inner truth. Each time you listen to your intuition and take action, you're strengthening your connection to your inner power. You're becoming more and more the person you're meant to be. So, are you ready to start taking inspired action? Are you excited to see what might happen when you start living in alignment with your inner power? Great, because this is where the real magic happens. This is where you start to see the tangible results of unlocking your inner power in your everyday life. To really bring home the impact of harnessing your inner power, let me share a real-life example with you. This is the story of Sarah, a woman who used these very steps to completely transform her life. Sarah was in her mid-30s, when she first started exploring the concept of inner power. On the surface, her life seemed fine. She had a steady job, a nice apartment, and a good group of friends. But deep down, Sarah felt unfulfilled. She had dreams of starting her own business, but fear and self-doubt always held her back. She would tell herself, "I'm not smart enough to run a business," or "I don't have what it takes to succeed." One day, Sarah came across the concept of inner power. Intrigued, she decided to give it a try. She started with mindful awareness, taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and tune in to her thoughts and feelings. At first, it was uncomfortable. She realized just how negative her self-talk had become, but she stuck with it, observing her thoughts without judgment. Next, Sarah worked on changing her self-talk. Whenever she caught herself thinking, "I can't do this," she would pause and replace it with, "I am capable of learning and growing." She created affirmations for herself and repeated them daily. "I have valuable skills to offer the world," and "I am worthy of success." As Sarah practiced mindful awareness and positive self-talk, she started to feel different. She felt more confident, more at peace with herself. But the real change came when she started taking inspired action. She signed up for a small business course, something she'd always wanted to do but had been too scared to try. To her surprise, she loved it. Her mind was buzzing with ideas. Encouraged by this success, Sarah kept taking small steps forward. She started doing freelance work on the side, building her skills and her client base. There were challenges along the way, of course. Some clients were difficult, and there were times when Sarah felt overwhelmed. But instead of giving up, she used these challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. 2 years after she first started exploring her inner power, Sarah was able to quit her day job and run her own successful business full-time. But the change wasn't just in her career. Sarah found that she was happier, more confident, and more at peace than she'd ever been before. She had unlocked something within herself that transformed not just her circumstances, but her entire experience of life. Sarah's story is just one example of the incredible changes that can happen when you tap into your inner power. Your journey might look different from Sarah's, but the potential for transformation is just as real. By practicing mindful awareness, changing your self-talk and taking inspired action, you too can unlock the miraculous power within you. We've come a long way in our exploration of inner power. We've learned about the incredible strength that lies within each of us, waiting to be unlocked. We've discussed the common obstacles that can hold us back, and we've explored 3 powerful steps to overcome these obstacles and tap into our inner strength. Remember, unlocking your inner power is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about peeling away the layers of fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs to reveal the amazing person you've always been underneath. As you move forward from here, keep in mind that this is a journey, not a destination. There may be times when you struggle, when old habits try to reassert themselves. That's okay. Be patient with yourself. Each time you practice mindful awareness, each time you choose positive self-talk, each time you take inspired action, you're growing stronger. You're building a deeper connection to your inner power. Start small. You don't have to change your entire life overnight. Look for little ways to implement these practices in your daily life. Maybe it's taking a few minutes each morning for mindful breathing. Maybe it's catching yourself in negative self-talk and choosing a positive thought instead. Maybe it's taking one small action towards a goal you've always dreamed of. Remember, your inner power is always there, waiting for you to tap into it. It's been with you all along, through every challenge and every triumph. As you learn to access this power more and more, you'll find that life becomes richer, more fulfilling. You'll face challenges with greater resilience. You'll pursue your dreams with more confidence. You'll live each day with a deeper sense of purpose and joy. So, are you ready to begin this incredible journey? Are you excited to discover the miraculous power that lies within you? Remember, the power to transform your life is already inside you. It always has been. Now it's time to unlock it. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of inner power. I hope you found it inspiring and helpful. Now it's your turn. Your journey to unlocking your inner power begins now. Embrace it, enjoy it, and watch in amazement as you transform your life from the inside out.